Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for round 3 of our first ever Diecast community tournament on Superbird Speedway. We have 4 matchups. We are in the Elite 8, and now it's going to be best 2 out of 3 in each of the following series. We are starting out with my friends in the RX-7 going up against Mike's Mods and Customs in the 70 Camaro. We have Old Man Diecast versus King Nissan. And those are our 2 races on the left side of the bracket. And then we go to Amazing Cars 13 and Zelda's Diecast Racing. And last but certainly not least, we have Mayhem Diecast Collective and JDC, who's driving the Circle Tracker. And our first race is going to be my friends versus Mike's Mods and Customs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first race. We will be beginning in lanes 2 and 5. We will switch them for the second race, and if a third race is necessary, lanes 3 and 4 will come into play. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And the Mazda RX-7 Savannah absolutely blows it past Mike's Mods and Customs in the 70 Camaro. And the winner of each race today is guaranteed to be racing until the very end of the tournament. Anyways, it's time for race 2. Let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. And my friends in their Mazda RX-7 are moving into the final 4 and the championship of the left side of the bracket, and they will play the winner of our next race between King Nissan in the 240Z and Old Man Diecast in the 69 Copo Camaro with Falcon livery. It's time for our second race of the evening. Our first race was a sweep. Can this be a closer race? Will it be a 1-1 tie, and will we need the uses of lane 3 and 4? Who's gonna win? Let's find out what happens. 3, 2, 1. It's time to switch lanes. Old Man Diecast took that one by a car length. And King Nissan must win this race, or else his tournament is over. Can he make a redemption race win happen? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. King Nissan turned up the jets a little bit, but it wasn't enough. And Pete from Old Man Diecast moves on to the semifinals to race against my friends in the RX-7. That will be a really interesting matchup to see. And without a further ado, it's time to move to the right side of our bracket as Amazing Cars 13 is facing Zelda's Diecast Racing. Amazing Cars 13 is in his Honda Civic Type R once again, facing a new challenger in Zelda's Diecast Creations in the 96 Porsche Carrera. Amazing Cars 13's had a bit of success before in his Ford GT Mark IV. And let's see what happens here. Can he continue with his success? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Amazing Cars 13 edges out Zelda's Diecast Racing. The lanes are now swapped. Can Zelda take a race here? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And for the first time this evening, Amazing Cars 13 and Zelda's Diecast Racing force a third race. We are using lanes 3 and 4. Amazing Cars 13 in his Civic Type R is in lane 3. And Zelda's Diecast Creations in lane 4, driving the 96 Porsche Carrera. Who will win and advance to the semifinals? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Diecast Creations comes from behind and takes the series 2-1, beating Amazing Cars 13 and advancing to the semifinals to race the winner between JDC and Mayhem Diecast Collective, our final race of the evening. And we have our final race of the evening. We have the Audi R8 driven by Mayhem Diecast Collective versus JDC in the Circle Tracker in lane 5. The winner of this goes and plays Zelda's Diecast Racing in the semifinals. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And JDC edges out Mayhem Diecast Collective in the R8. It's a pretty cold day here today in Canada, and it turns out the convertible may not have been a good choice for today. And that closed roof is keeping Jay warm. Who's gonna win the second race? Can Mayhem Diecast Collective get a redemption here? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Both of those races were really close. We just had to double check and confirm that the calls were accurate, and both calls stand. And we are moving on to a third race. JDC is in lane 4, the R8 is in lane 3. Who will move on to race Zelda's Diecast Racing? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. That might have been our closest race we see in the entire tournament. And JDC just absolutely put a tip on the end of the finish line and just advances past Mayhem Diecast Collective. And we took a look at this one, and it was super close. It was side by side, one of the closest races we may have seen on Superbird Speedway. And if you didn't make it past any of the rounds yet so far, don't be discouraged. You still have time to enter for January's tournament. So if you've lost today or you lost in the past, feel free to leave a comment down below letting us know what car you want to drive for the next tournament. Maybe you want to stick with the same car, who knows? But now we are accepting the entries for January's tournament, and these are our two matchups heading into round 4, the semifinals. We have my friends in the RX-7 Savannah going up against Old Man Diecast in the 69 Falcon Camaro versus Zelda's Diecast Racing versus JDC in the Circle Tracker. Both of these races will be best 2 out of 3. You will be guaranteed to see your car from this point on, these 4 cars that are left, in the end of the tournament. And we hope you guys enjoyed. We hope to see you for round 4. Happy hunting and stay safe. Peace.